we have with us Mr. Sanjay Suha from KIT International School in Bhubaneswar. Welcome to the Summit, sir.
Thank you.
So to begin with, education sector in India and more so in a global context as well is undergoing a huge change. It has become really dynamic with coming of more technology, innovations taking place all around the world. How do you see the impact of that in India? How do you see education sector evolving over a couple of next years in India?
Yes. From my experience, what I have learned, what I have seen, I will try to elaborate on that. It was more traditional earlier, which is not now. Every child is always thinking how to use the latest technology, and they are exposed to it. And the same way also the schools are thinking to train the principals, then the teachers in the same line. So obviously every child is not depending on the teachers or the school itself. They are always also thinking that they are also good teachers or they are good learners themselves. And that is how the technology brought a big change.
And so, as in today we are using technology on a daily basis in teacher learning process in school. But how do you see India vis-a-vis other countries in terms of usage of ICT in schools?
Yes, earlier the Western schools were more into that, but now Indian schools are coming up. And since we are all working in urban schools, we have seen the technology has come quite quite ahead in these kind of schools. But now if you look at the implementation schemes of the different states, even Delhi government schools, even Odisha government schools, we have seen the people are using tabs, and that's a great change in these schools. But only problem in those kind of schools is that the teachers are not well acquainted with those kind of technology. Otherwise now all the government schools even are coming up with that.
So, but still, use of technology is a very niche sector in education segment as well. As in only a couple of schools and children can actually access internet. Probably because of internet connectivity is not that widespread in India. And there are a couple of schools which lack even the basic requirements, basic infrastructure. So, what can be done to increase the inclusiveness in education in India?
In that case, the industries should come forward, because when we talk of economy of a country, it is definitely dependent on education, and education also should be controlled by the industry. Without that, we can't go ahead. And now a lot of other people have come. Earlier, Aircom was now leading, but now we have got a lot of other new technological companies have come up with economical rates, and that way the schools are going up with. And I have now seen almost the 60–70% of schools are almost coming out with technologies.
So this new stakeholders coming into the education sector, the role of teachers and principals are also changing over the years. So how important is teachers training or clarity of vision on the part of principal is really important for the progress of the school now?
Yes, teachers training is really very important, and this need not be always trained by the external agencies. Also the internal teachers training can be done. Because that way the teachers will be always inspired, always be motivated to think originally, because you always think, okay, we should be these stackers, we should be inquirers, we always train our children. But that way also teachers will be always these stackers. They can always try to have a little bit innovative planning while teaching any subject. But with the use of latest technology, the children become more receptive, because they always look for some audio-visual programs to learn. So, but yes, I can say this much proudly that the technology cannot completely replace the teacher. That is not possible. But always with the help of technology, teachers can be a better facilitator and can be a better guide in the future to come.
And what are the challenges faced at the time of implementing such tools in school? How receptive are students, teachers, or even parents for that matter? Is there any hesitance from their side?
No, to use the latest technology, there is no hesitance from the students or parents side, but of course from the teachers there will be a little bit resistance, because teachers would not like to change themselves immediately. And that's why the companies, those who are providers this kind of technology, they are giving a lot of teachers training programs. But during teachers training programs, suddenly to change the old mindset is really difficult. But it is possible when you have a low classroom strength. Like in our kind of schools, we don't increase the strength of a child beyond 25, and teacher-student ratio is 1:10. So in that way, we are really successful in giving the latest technology in a fruitful way. That I have experienced in my school. And of course, we have another tribal school, largest tribal school in the world, which is having 20,000 children. What we do is we do a mass show there. It's a kind of a large gathering, but that way the children are also always put into different kind of thinking. Though they are tribals, they are coming up. So it's a kind of, the KIT is a different organization where we have lot of campuses and we are all interconnected, and that way we always reach to the have-nots even.
And so to conclude, Asin, how has been your experience with School Leadership Summit, a platform that really brings together various stakeholders for a healthy discussion around important issues in education? How has been your experience this morning?
Yeah, initially when this digital learning we had come in contact, I was thinking about it's more into technology. But I was very happy to see that digital learning, the company, even we have got Ravi Gupta in our campus also to see how is KIT learning. And I could find that really they are not only related to technology, even they are more into even developing the socio-economic relations and socio-emotional relations among the children, and that is how the School Leadership Summit is very important. Here we have not come to only see the technology, we have got other sessions like nurturing school literacy and how the technology can come and how the students should be inspired or the teachers should be trained. That is what all about the digital learning is doing. We are proud of it, and I am also thankful to the organizers to do this. But finally I will just conclude my talk in this way, that whatever training you give, whatever technological developments you may run, but that all leaders, all the teachers, all the students, they can be leaders. But finally 3 H's should work together. That is, first you think, that is head, and then you have to feel in the heart, and then act in the hands. If these 3 H's goes together, the India will be leading economy tomorrow.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. It was a pleasure having you.
Thank you.
Thank you.